live from LUGOGO. Beautiful ladies encounter Sporters versus KCB Nkumba. We have up next a university derby, Ndejje University taking on UCU. These clubs get to play together, they get to meet several times, and they also meet in the league. So we have Ndejje University versus Uganda Christian University, and the last time they met, UCU got the better of Ndejje, and we will wait and see how the encounter goes today. And thank you for joining us. The referee blows the whistles to start the match, and I will be giving you the lineups from both teams. First save, and Ian hammers the ball on line. Ndejje thinks the ball is out. So on the lineups today for UCU, we have the lineup that I would call the usual lineup. Hussein on the setting position, in the middle, running from the middle, Eli and Ian. Nixon on that opposite, Mark O'Mara on that outside position, and we have Kuya on that outside. Another middle set there, they're just showing that they really want to start by making a statement there, a jump set from the libero, but just an error there from Faruzi on that full touch. An overpass that will be gladly blocked by Ian. So that's good service pressure that Mark O'Mara has started with right there. Making 2 service errors. So practically Ndejje hasn't scored for themselves on the 2 points that they have. UCU has scored for them. The middle coming in right there. My name is Memory Dube, aka Coach Memza. I'll be back on the live feed with the feed. We're still trying to sort out a few technical issues. All right, so I'm back. I hope you are there online joining us, even as we just started this game. And going to save right there is on the Ndejje side, Koma Cage. And Jose gets that ball on court on the diagonal. That ball looked like a tight ball. You could see how he could not finish his follow through on that ball. What a block from Eli there. Monster block on that outside. Eli shutting down Faruzi, and Ndejje, UCU just continuing to just make those important points right there.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, as memory takes a break, we are still in here at LUGOGO, live from LUGOGO Indoor Arena, seeing the game of UCU up against Ndejje University. This is a university derby, and UCU trying to have some wins over there to be able to make it for the playoffs. They have not been having a very good run of wins, but this time around, if they look at the fixture they have with Ndejje, it is one that they will be actually thinking about to have maximum points. But also Ndejje University, of late, they have stabilized their play, and it is actually an interesting game, and they will be looking at taking the game out to UCU. And that is a very good block from Martin over there. Ian tempted to dump that ball, but the set looked very short, and Martin had that ball in his hands. That was a very nice one, nice read by Martin over there. And it is a timeout for UCU. And Ndejje still trying to close up the points. At 16-18, they are 2 points behind, and we see the UCU bench trying to strategize on how they can actually score and move on from the point they are at 18. Perhaps we see they were there trying to give his setter the strategy on what they should be able to do. Let's see what they can really do in this timeout. And that is the end of the timeout. So nice service from the setter, and it is a rebound from Martin over there, and that is a very, very nice score. They are building from a very nice service of the setter, and Martin is capitalizing on the poor reception of UCU and making sure that actually he has all those rebounds back. And this time it is a nice pass, and Mark comes in with a very big swing. That is very, very nice. And he had that quick attack. The attacks that UCU actually is having in position 4, they are quick attacks. So most of the times they commit the middle blockers of the opponent's team. And whenever they have to attack that ball, usually it goes through to the diagonal side. And it was well killed by Mark. And now still Ndejje trying to play through the middle. And that is Martin. He is scoring well. He looks very sharp this afternoon, and he is one of the players that are actually growing through very well in his volleyball career. He's a player who joined Ndejje in his first year of the university, and now he's in his final year, and he's really growing very well. And Mark still trying to do what he does best, and that is wiping those blocks. Whenever those blocks are very high, he knows how to use them. And he is the captain of the UCU team, coming through the teams such as KAVC, and he managed to go also to certain schools like Gombe Secondary School, and now he is at UCU University. Very nice pass, and then Komakech comes in with a swing, and that ball is on court, but there was also netting from the UCU blockers there, and that was Jose. Komakech is also one of the players who has not actually played so much. He has come into the game late, but he has been able to give the Ndejje side those options in the diagonal attack, since he's a very, very tall player. Wow, block. As we see, the combination of it and the opposite player, that is a camper trying to put that block down, and the Ndejje actually had absolutely no way through. It was a nice block. They waited for him. He put power on that ball, but also the block was very well strategized. And now Ian is in service. A very, very nice server actually. And that is a good pass, and then Ndejje plays through the middle. I love the fact that the Ndejje player is actually very calm, and all the time he's trying to play that ball through the middle. He never gives a chance to the middle blockers of the opponents to actually have any chance of joining out. They have to keep sharp in that middle blocking, and that is very, very brilliant from him. Komakech in service. And that is a service error. We are at the climax of the set, and I think Ndejje should have thought about a service substitution, someone who can serve in, come in to serve for Komakech, but they decided to keep it there. And now UCU is in the lead at 22 points to 20. Now we see a double substitution from UCU. Amanya Kevin comes out. And And also we see the opposite player who has been playing so much, Tumusime, he has also come in to get that third attacker in front court. But this time around, his block hasn't worked very, very functional like they really wanted it to. He had his hands really high, but he did manage to get that position of positioning the block back on court. And now in service, that's a very good attack from Tumusime over there, but it is a very nice defense from Ndejje University. Another free ball comes in, and then we see a good block from the Ndejje people. The Ndejje players are actually very sharp, very, very sharp. That was a very, very nice defense over there. Now Guma trying to actually put that power onto that ball, but the Ndejje team was actually strategized. They had actually strategized very well, and their defense is working perfectly. And now it is a tie on the sets at 2-2, on the set score, point scores at 2-2. Service from UCU. Very good service from Jose. And that is a very, very nice attack from Wafula over there. Well. He killed that ball down into position 1. And we see Amanya actually feeling a little bit off because it is a very, very hard ball that he tried to cover. But the ball was very, very fast. And he couldn't maintain that ball up. Very, very nice play from Wafula over there. And Wafula in service, very good catch, and Adome decides to go for a short ball, but the defense of Ndejje is working perfectly this time around. But then we see the captain doing what he does best, like I told you. As the hands are shown to him, he makes sure that he gets he gets actually the attack onto those hands, and it is hard for Ndejje side to be able to bring him down. And that leads us to the end of the first set, as UCU goes away with this. A lot has to be thought about by Ndejje side. They have been playing very well, but somehow they accepted UCU to lead them so many points, and also not being able to maintain their servers in the service zone. But they've been defending well. I think they need to work on their offense first, because their offense is a little bit off. But we've seen the middle players, Martin and Wafula, doing great wonders. and that is, I think, one of the things that they should be able to maintain, playing that ball through the middle. Keep tuned in as we will look at the stats for this particular set. The attacks, you see had 14 attacks against 9 attacks for Ndejje University, and the blocks are being tied up. Both teams have been blocking very well, and both teams have 4 blocks, and the serves aces, we see actually you see you had 1 ace and 0 ace from the Ndejje side. The opponent's errors, actually we see Ndejje has made 6 errors, and UCU has made 9 errors. UCU has made so many errors, but still they managed to get away with the set. And this is the thing that they need to think about, to reduce on the number of errors and make sure that they have advantage over the Ndejje side. But keep tuned in as we come for set 2. Back for set 2, and UCU is taking the service, and Adome is down into that service. The lineup still maintained the same, as we see Amanya also maintaining his opposite position with Ian and Omara Mark in the front court of UCU. There we see the head coach Ronich Tosi standing in at the Ndejje bench as the experienced coach, and he returns from his international course, and is trying to make sure that this Ndejje side actually stabilizes in their play. Makato serving, it's a good pass, and then Amanya comes in with a swing, but those looked like 4 hits, or the ball is out. Yeah, and the referee says that actually that ball was out. It looked like it hit the belt, which is very true. And I think Mr. Komakech Innocent, the referee standing in this game, got that right. Service comes in, very good set from Adome, and that is a very nice attack from Mark Omara, jersey number 2. Yeah, and he's the captain of UCU. He's doing great job for the UCU side, and his leadership actually making sure that the young boys of UCU, or the young men, actually keep up with the pace of winning, so that they make it for the playoffs. And Mark is now serving. Good pass from Happy, and then Martin comes in with an attack, and that is a very nice block from Ian. Very good block. The ball was blocked down onto Martin's head, and again he played that ball, and that was a double touch from him. And the international referee Komakech Innocent says that was a double from Martin. Very nice pass from Happy, and then Martin is given that ball through the middle. The setter confirms him, and he attacks that ball past the block of Ian. And that was a very, very good confirmation from Joel, the setter of Ndejje. South Sudani by origin and birth, and he's the setter who was into this Ndejje University team and doing very well. But look at that block from Fairuz combined with Wafora. Ndejje blocks today, they are really, really on point, and they are joining, and their hands onto the ball are actually perfect because they've got so many good blocks over there, having very good defense. That ball was actually going out, but Martin thought there was a touch by the blockers, and he touched that ball. It was very, very much going outside. It was Emma Wingo. He chased and touched that ball. Perhaps he misread and he thought his blockers had gotten a touch. Fairuz coming in with a very, very hard attack. He is one of those players who actually jumps very, very high. He jumps very high. He has very good energy on the ball, and he has very high block. And he's one of the players that give Ndejje the options over here. Yeah, Agatha, we are working on the scoreboard, and it will be coming in very soon. Sorry about that, but the scores stand at 4 for UCU and 5 for Ndejje University. Fairuz with the pass, and again he comes in with a big swing, but what a good touch from Adome. And then the second referee, Caro, says there was crossing from Fairuz, and she says Fairuz, after the attack, he crossed through, but we see a lot of grievance from Fairuz, who actually says that he never went through, but then I think Fairuz netted. Yeah, it is true. Fairuz actually fell into the net, and he touched that net after that attack because the other side, Adome got a touch, and the ball was recovered. That was very, very nice officiation from Caro over there. But then Wafora comes in with a dump over the center blocker of UCU. Wafula doing very well. He's actually playing very well. He had not played so many matches, and he featured towards the end of the first round as one of the reliable center players, and he has really done what he's supposed to do and what he is required to do. Coach Tosi there still not convinced that actually there was netting from his player's side, but it was true. Caro got that right. From our replays and our video checks, we saw that Fairuz actually fell into that net, and he actually touched that net after the attack. Service comes in from Fairuz, but he serves that ball outside. Yeah, coming through teams such as Mitoma Volleyball Club down there in western side of Uganda, based in Mitoma, that is Pastor Bushenyi, former Bushenyi or the greater Bushenyi in the western side of Uganda. It is good to see talents coming through different parts of the country. And now we see Joel's tempted dump goes outside. He tempted to dump that ball, but the power on the dump was too much, and the ball went out. You see you now in the lead. Very good service from Jose, and again Wafula comes in with an attack, but a good defense from Ndejje, but as well Happy was there to keep that ball alive, and Mark comes in with a big swing. Omara Mark, from this set and from the previous set, actually his score rate is high, because every time he has gone up and had a swing, he has been able to score for his team. Opus still in service. It's a very good pass from Fairuz, and Makato comes into the swing. Very good defense. But then there was a double touch from the setter Adome. He tried to force that ball way far into position 4, but he didn't get that ball right into his hands, and that was a set fault from him. Sunje passes that ball, and then Amanya comes in with an attack, but what a nice block from Martin. He is one of those Ndejje players whereby the team relies so much on him on defense. He is not very lethal on attack, but his height gives him the advantage on defense, and he's getting those blocks right there for Ndejje University. Wafula still in service, very good pass. Adome goes for Omara. He kills that ball down onto the diagonal. Omara Mark, just the number 2 and the captain of UCU University, or UCU team. Still trying to maintain the lead for the team and making sure that he scores whenever the ball gets to him. And now we see another service error from the UCU center blocker. That is Naguma. He is one of those servers actually who puts a lot of power on the service. You know that the service comes as an attack. I don't know why he chooses to do that, but that is what he does. But look at the swing from Amanya over there. Well, he has put that power on the ball, and he attacks that ball very hard onto the line. Happy absolutely they had no chance of covering that ball because it was really very fast, and passing over the passing on the block of Komakech and Martin. It was really brilliant. Komakech comes in with a swing. It was an empty net. Very good set from Joel because he managed to lift those blocks. Ian committed to him, and also Amanya committed to the set in the middle. But then Komakech had a free net to attack. Very brilliant setting. We've seen the two setters of UCU and Ndejje actually doing good combinations this time around. Then Ian comes in with a swing, but Martin gets the touch. And then Fairuz comes in with an off spin. Very good cover from Osunje. And then Mark comes in with a line attack, but what a cover from Happy. And then that is Fairuz for you. He jumps high, he looks at that block, and he puts the power onto the diagonal side. This game is actually balanced. Both teams are playing well. Osunje was actually off the position. He should have been able to play with his blockers and his defense on the net to be able to cover that ball. I was saying this game is balanced because the Ndejje side and the UCU side are actually playing somehow the same game. And that is why it is an interesting game. Very good defense from both sides. And then Mark comes in with an attack. Very good defense from Fairuz and Martin. And again, that's a still good defense from Ndejje University. And it is an off-system set. And that is Fairuz. He kills that ball onto the line. Wow, wow. If you're still out there, or if you're not watching such an interesting game, please tune into the Sports channel and watch this game, or make sure you make it very quick to LUGOGO to be able to watch this game live. Good pass from Mark. The Amanya comes into the swing. Right, Komakech committed to block him, but he didn't get it right. Amanya came in aggressively and he attacked that ball down the diagonal. And Komakech is not convinced. He felt like I really had him, but he didn't get him. Maybe he should try next time. Good service from Mark. Joel goes for Komakech. And that's a block from Opus. He is not the tallest of the players, but he blocks the tallest player on this court. That is Komakech Innocent. And I think actually Opus is the shortest player on court. And that makes it interesting to see the shortest player blocking the tallest player. Hopefully the setter confirms to him and to make sure that things are different. But Fairouz coming in, and then it was a committed block from Amanya over there. He committed to him, he put that block straight, and he managed to get that block down, a one-on-one. Brilliant play and brilliant defense. The score standing at 13-12. And Joel comes in, setting for Martin. Very good touch. And again, Amanya comes in with a swing. This boy Amanya, coming in previously in high school from the schools such as Bukedia and the Bulemba High School. And now he features in the UCU team. He is brilliantly growing, and he is actually stepping up his game. His former coaches such as Coach Ziana, he should be actually proud to see what he's doing on court. He is one of the committed coaches right in the growth of players in high school, and him seeing such players and his efforts doing wonders on court. For example, Adome and Amanya, and also the center player Najuna, very brilliant players for the UCU team, and off the sweat of and also the efforts of Coach Siena over there. We are very happy for the good work you do, and big ups to you. And that was a timeout for Ndejje. As the game was actually growing, Amanya is becoming a problem to them. He is coming hard, and also we see whenever he's front court and he is getting those balls and scoring that ball with a lot of energy, and whenever he goes to back court, Mark steps in to do the same. Emma in reception, and then it is a set fault from Joel. He gets a double touch as he tries to set that ball to Fairouz in position 4. And you see you still in the lead with 3 points. Mark still in service. Ndejje now has to think about options to take or running the combinations, but then look at a very unforced error from Mark over there. He serves the ball below the net. It doesn't actually really reach the net, as he attempted to drop that ball maybe in position 2, but he gets it wrong. And now Ndejje University is relieved from his service. Martin serving, very good pass from Omara there, and Kevin comes in with an attack. Amanya Kevin. Amanya Kevin, it is his afternoon. And then we see also Maureen Ainem Babazi, very much live on our YouTube channel. He's also saying Amanya Kevin. Thanks, Kevin. Indeed, he's making the day for you, I think, Maureen. And if he can actually hear you, he would be like, let me give still my best to my fans out there. And then that is a service error from Ian. He is one of the players, I think he should be trying very hard to stay into that service, because it is very hard for the opponents. And then we see a substitution for the Ndejje team. Komakech comes out, and just the number 3, that is Elliot. He comes in for service. Elliot serving, and that ball is out. It is actually amusing on how they bring you for service, and then the service is actually not what the coach expects. I saw the communication from Ronich Tosi trying to tell him, I don't know what he was telling to him, but I think he wasn't convinced with that service. And then Wafula comes in with an attack in the middle, but then the ball is wide out. Ball out. You see you running away, or actually making the lead more, as they are standing 4 points ahead of Ndejje. Good service from Amanya. And then Fairouz comes in with an attack, but well recovered by the UC team. And then Kevin also doing the same, but good defense. Emakato, he does what experience does. Comes in with a pipe, he attacks that ball, but the block gets a touch, and Osunje was trying to make an attempt on the ball, but then he had already moved off the position. And we see there Coach Juma telling him to be patient in the position instead of moving away. It is a defense that can be possible, but whenever players are off position, they really make defense hard. Service coming in from Fairuz, and that is a very good attack from Opus. Opus is a very wise attacker, and whenever he has that chance and you're giving him one block, he tries to make sure that he actually capitalizes on it. And he's now into the service, and we've seen him trying to make the services hard for the Ndejje team, but this time it is a very good pass, and Emakato comes in with the swing, but what a defense from Omara. And then the ball comes out as a free ball. Adome attempts to give that ball to Amanya, but then he doesn't get that ball right. Good power from Emakato, and there was netting from Adome. It was a good touch from Amanya, but Adome had touched the net. The ball was recovered, but Adome was off the position, and he was aggressive to be able to kill the block down from Emakato, but then he didn't get it right as he had a net fault. Service came in as we saw the substitution coming in. In fact, that was Wafura in service, but he didn't serve that ball very well strategically, and then you managed to play the ball through the middle. Well, Emakato was coming in for quite a faster ball, and the ball left him. I think there was miscommunication from the setter. The ball that Emakato expected to find became different. And now we see UCU leading by 5 points. Ndejje now trailing. Off system set, and it is another attack fault. Ndejje is trying to lose confidence, and somehow they are getting off. The heads are going down, as we see from some of the players, but then they really need to think about how they can break. Makato comes in with a swing, and then Amanya tried to cover that ball, but the ball was too fast. Very wise play from Emakato. He rarely attacks that line whenever he's in position 4, but this time around he gets it right. Komakech coming back, the substitution is reversed. As we see, just a number. That's Adome crossing. I think Adome needs to come down. He is trying to force a little bit of some sets. Sometimes you need to play an obvious thing whenever the ball is bad or you don't get the reception you expect. And this time around, he will try to recover that ball that was tight on the net, but he crossed through. Good pass from Opus, and Mark comes in with an attack. Look at what Emakato did. Very good block, one-on-one. He got that right. He knew Mark was going diagonal, and he got that block. And that forces UCU to call their first time out. Ndejje has closed the gap back to 3 points. Interesting. Kaguma Yona says, very interesting. University derby. Yeah, it is indeed a university derby. But we've seen UCU win most of the fixtures that they've been able to play in Ndejje University. Will Ndejje actually change the trend or also make it hard for UCU? We are waiting to see. And Elia Jr. says, my man Amanya is on fire. Very, very true. Amanya is on fire this afternoon. Everything that is crossing into his face, he's killing it down. And he has become danger, or the danger man against the Ndejje side. But now from the timeout, I think the timeout of UCU worked because we see Joel losing the service. Players should always know that actually when a team calls a timeout and you've been in a service, they are trying to kill off your service. So you need to know how to serve and when not to lose that service. And it was a tight pass from Happy over there. And it is a rebound that came in from Ian. And now Ndejje again looking like they are taking their heads down. And then Coach Ronnie decides to call for the second timeout. As UCU is looking for the set point. Well, the University Derby, they have always been interesting derbies. Most times when we see UCU, Ndejje, we used to have Nkumba also in that mix of the derby, and now we always have the derbies in the Serie B whenever we find Bugema University and Kampala University. They are derbies that are really very interesting to watch, and this is also one of them that is interesting to watch. Moses Okreol Oksi, the coach who also happened to have coached on the UCU side, says that UCU will go, but Adome do it better. Yes, I think Adome needs to stabilize because he's trying to force some of the sets, and it is costing the UCU team. And it is not the best set from Adome, but still Amanya tried to adjust to that ball. Very good defense, and it is an off-system play, and Emma Kato comes in with a swing, but a very good block from Mark combined with Ian over there. And that takes us to the end of the set. UCU taking set 2, and Ndejje still trailing, trying to find out solutions on how they can actually make it right. They are struggling to have the consistency in their play. We've seen they've tried to play through the middle, but this time around, this particular set, the play through the middle was lacking. Maybe that comes with the fact that they didn't have the first pass that was actually good, or the reception that was actually good enough to play through the middle. They need to work on that reception there. And also the power attackers, especially in position 4, there was good blocking from the UCU team. And if UCU keeps doing better, they need to think otherwise on how they can change the approach and also have the combination play. And looking at the statistics there, obviously UCU has the second set, and those are 2 sets ahead. And look at the attacks. UCU has 12 attacks, and I believe most of those attacks have come from my man Amanya, Kevin, and Omar Mark. They've had so many swings over there. And then we have 9 attacks from the Ndejje side. The blocks still stand at 3-3. We've seen these 2 teams actually tying also again on the blocks. Both teams are blocking well, and that is why we see quite a number of blocks that are up there in those numbers, because we've rarely seen teams tie up in blocks, but this means that these 2 teams are actually defending well. There were no service aces, but looking at the opponent's errors, 10 errors from the Ndejje side and 7 errors made by the UCU team. The errors with these teams are still many, I might say, because these are the errors that you might decide to go away with or reduce them to a minimum number. I would say teams need to at least minimally make around like 4 errors, and maximally 4 errors, and maybe minimally 0. Sorry, over there. They need to make 0 errors and try as much as possible to minimize the errors on their side. But these errors with these teams, they are defending well, they are attacking well, but they are as well having very many errors. This is something they should think about. Goom Mim Mariel says that the game will finish very fast. Well, we are not sure. Volleyball is very funny and very interesting. A team can win 2 sets and the other team will come and win 3 sets. And Nambuya Faith says, Ndejje, we are better. We are better. Yes, Ndejje needs to get better, but at this point in time, UCU is better because UCU is having 2 sets and Ndejje trying to actually grab their first set. So perhaps they can do better, or they should try to get into the better shape. But we are happy wherever you're watching in from. We have people also watching in from the diaspora, people from the US, the UK. We are always happy to extend the game live to you. And also the people watching around Uganda and the East African zone. We are always happy that you are tuned in. People from the western side of Uganda, people from the north, the east, the southwest, and also here in the central, those who don't manage to make it to LUGOGO or wherever the venue is, and decide to catch the game live on our YouTube channel. We are always happy and honored to actually extend the game to you. Big ups to the Sports Media team. And set 3 is underway. We see Joel started in service, and Ian attempted to attack that ball, though it hit the belt and it was slowly recovered by the Ndejje side, and still Ndejje managed to get the first point of the set. Set number 3. Good service from Joel. A fairly good attack from Mark, and then Amanya, actually Kevin, comes in with an attack or the swing in the backcourt, and he gets it right. It was a very good effort from Emakato there, but the ball passed inside the antennas, and that is a foul according to the rules that take us through this game, because that ball is not meant to come back through the middle of the antennas or the playing zone. A domain service. Well, that was a fair reception, not the best. But the players could have done better or put much more efforts, but then they looked down onto that ball and it landed. It was a ball that is never supposed to land because it was quite high. On the Ndejje side, we see there was a change as Sebanta comes in. I think they've also, the coach Ronnie has decided to change in the mix and also try to stabilize the reception as they push Fairuz to the opposite role, and also getting Komakech out. Wow, the Ndejje side doesn't seem to accept this, that it was actually a carry. They are aggrieved that it is not a foul. We see the older players not satisfied with the call of the first referee, that is Komakech Innocent, and he decides to take consultation from his assistant referee, that is Caro, to be able to try and make a decision that is actually right or that benefits both teams and to maintain the gameplay. And he decides to go for a common point. Perhaps it was a misjudged foul that he called, and this time around, after the consultation, he decides to actually make the play even. Adome comes in with a set. A free ball picked by Fairuz, and Martin comes in with an attack. But Ian Akampa is right there, and he is brilliant in his blocking. He kills that ball down, and he actually trying to stabilize the defense of the UCU side. Very, very good blocking there. Coach Juma trying to talk to his setter, and perhaps he's trying to tell him that attempted set is actually might be biased on the calls from the referee. But then Fairuz comes in with a very, very big swing. He gets Amanya and Akampa there, but their blocks were not well set, and it was a block out. Martin getting into service, an OB of also Kazo SS right from Rushere there, or Chiruhura side. Very good pass, and then Mark comes in with a pipe attack. Very, very good combination play. We see Adome is very happy, and also Mark over there who attacked that pipe perfectly. And they are actually changing the mix and making it very hard for the Ndejje defense, since they've been defending very well. Good pass. And then Fairuz comes in with his power on the ball. There is the disappointment from Amanya Kevin, because he netted and he feels like he should have done better. But that was a good defense, although the ball went out. Perhaps next time they need to set that block very much better, and they should have that block down. But Fairuz's power is extremely good, and he got that power to and used it to be able to score for the Ndejje side. But then we still see a combination play. Adome is still trying to mix the Ndejje team, as they've been a very good blocking side, but he tries to keep Mark very active in attacking that pipe. And Mark is not disappointing. 3-man block for him, but then he managed to score. Very good pass. Joel attempts to dump that ball, but very well read by Opus. And free ball. Adome comes in with a set. Opus comes in with an attack. Very good effort from Emma Kato, but Joel couldn't chase that ball to bring it back to his side. And you see you now in the lead with 2 points. Ape coming in with a default set, but Fairuz hits that ball onto the belt. I think these are kind of the balls that whenever you get an off-system set, you should be able to know that mostly you have 2 or 3 blockers. So wiping that block would be the easiest thing to go with. Amanya serving, very good pass. And then the setter goes through the middle, but it is a very good cover from Osunje there. Very good effort from the Ribeiro Hape, but it is still a free ball, which is very hard for the UC side. But then still Adome mixing that Ndejje blocking side or the defending side. The blockers is actually moving them very much as he plays that ball through the middle. I think Adome this time around, he has stabilized his setting. He was a little bit off trying to have different kinds of sets, but this time around he has been able to settle down and he's getting it right. And Opus comes in with another big swing. The shortest man on court and still doing wonders. He's capitalizing on those blocks over there. The setter was not yet back into position as he chased the ball to recover it, but then it was an empty net for him as Joel actually realized that he was very late for the block. He stayed down and Opus capitalized on that. Emakato couldn't keep that ball up. He tried his efforts, but it went wrong, and that forces Ndejje to call for the first time out, and UCU getting in the lead with 5 points. Kwagara Agatha says UCU is better. Yeah, for now we see, according to how the game is moving, UCU is actually a better team. Jude Abigaba saying actually Amanya Kevin started from Nyakatukura Memorial School, even that's where his volleyball journey started, from with Alan Abaho before Boaz Yana Buremba. Yeah, that is right. He's trying to give us the history of how Amanya Kevin started his volleyball from Ibanda side. And also we see Coach Ziana saying that the boys are doing better. Very true, and kudos to you for those for such kind of development. Oh wow, Fairuz comes in with a very big hit. a very big attack onto the line. Kevin was down there into the way. He tried as much as possible to put that ball up, but the ball was very heavy. Adome tried to chase that ball. Tried so much to even use his feet, but he couldn't keep that ball in play. Very, very good power from Fairouz. Good pick from Happy. And Emakato comes in with a swing. He manages to tear the blocks of Opus and Najuna there. Interesting game. From the timeout, Ndejje seems to try and close out on the scores. Mark with a pass. Opus comes in with an attack. Very good defense. Well, that might have been a double touch, but the ball is out. It looked to have been like a double touch from the ECU side, but there was no call, and there was no actually complaints from the Ndejje team, but that ball was played out. Amanya coming in with a swing down the line. Happy isn't able to keep that ball up. Amanya today is actually playing very, very brilliantly. He has executed that role of the opposite very, very perfectly. Coach Siana must be very happy for seeing one of his boys doing such kind of work. Attack through the middle, well covered by Opus, and Mark attempts to dump that ball, and then Emakato comes into the swing. Mark couldn't get that ball blocked down with Najuna there. They attempted to bring Emakato down, but he had put a lot of power on it, and the ball went far away. The cover couldn't do anything better. Mark passing the ball, and Kevin comes in with a swing. Very good defense from Fairouz, and it will be a free ball for UCU, picked by Osunje. And then Kevin still coming in with an attack, but then there was a block fault, netting from Sebanta. He touched the block this time around. It is interesting to see Amanya attacking that backcourt down onto the line and also changing into the diagonal side. That means he's having a very, very good contact on the ball and trying to read on how the blockers are defending him. That is why he's trying to change on how he attacks, attacking that ball down the line and still in the diagonal. Service, very good service, and fair, a good pass. Sewunya comes into the swing. Ball kept alive, effort. But the ball couldn't get back to the Ndejje side. Very good effort from the two teams. Very, very good fighting, very good defense. And with this time around, we see Ndejje is not trying to give up. Over there, we see Coach Deo trying to tell Najuna on how he's supposed to defend that ball to keep on toes. Amanya comes in with a dump, picked by Martin. And it is a free ball. Dome goes for Amanya again. Very good cover, but the ball hits up to the ceiling of the indoor. The man is putting a lot of power on that ball. We see smiles from Akampa and Amanya there. They are very happy on what they are actually doing on court. They are playing brilliantly, and Amanya is actually giving UCU a very, very good play. That's the celebration over there. Very happy faces. Good defense from UCU. Joel sets that ball in the middle, but it is well defended. Free ball, picked, and Joel goes for the pipe. Fairouz! Wow, wow. Fairouz comes in with the power as well. I love the university derbies because they are always full of energy. The energy from the two teams is interesting. And we see the two setters trying to actually get into the mix. The libero tried to actually keep that ball there, but he couldn't get that foot touch he wanted. And it's a good effort. Well, did we see an injury now? Adome tried to recover that ball. He actually recovered it, but Mark didn't actually pass that ball. I think he should have done better. It it would have been more of a free ball, but he made the efforts of Adome actually get down. But that's a good fight. Hopefully he's well. We see he's trying to make good steps down there. Perhaps he feels something in his ankle, but we hope he's well. Wow, they are giving him time to see if he's feeling fine. But we love the effort from him, and also Mark trying to talk to him, and also as well as crediting him for his efforts. And they say he's good to go. Sebanta in service. Good pass from the libero. And again, Evan comes into an attack. Another brilliant block from Emakato. This is the second he has had a one-on-one on him, and both of his blocks have been against Kevin. He waits for him, and he is patient on the blocking. He blocks that ball very, very perfectly. Good defense. Good pass, off system set, and that is another attack fault. That is, I think he should have gone more of a safe play. That ball didn't need power, but it required a safe play so that he could give his team a chance to defend again. Seventa is still in service. Omara passes that ball, but it requires an off-system play, and Kevin coming in with a swing, well defended by Ndejje. Emakato comes in with a wise attack, but the libero puts in his body, and he says, "I'm dying for my team." Free ball. Fairuz goes so high above that block of Omara Mark, and he pumps that ball onto the diagonal. Interesting. Very nice volleyball to watch. And that is a first time out for the ECU side, as Ndejje steps into the lead at 13 points and 12 for the ECU side. Very, very good volleyball here. Ndejje has stepped up their play to keep going. He was trying to mix up in the combination of play to be able to beat the defense of Ndejje. This time around, Ndejje actually is serving well, and now we see a substitution to Musime coming on. This Amanya Kevin is out, but I feel like he has actually done his best. Was it his problem that he wasn't scoring? I feel like the reception was the problem. And still a hustle in the pass. And then very good effort from Emakato there. And Adome goes for a back shot, but it is an attack foul from Ian. He tried to go very aggressive on that ball, but he pinned it down onto the belt. UCU needs to calm down. CU needs to calm down or slow down the game. Right now, Ndejje is a little bit hyped. They are putting much more efforts than them. They are playing better, and UCU needs to keep calm to be able to catch up with the play. Good service. This time it's a good pass, and Ian comes into the swing. Yeah, I think that is something they need to work on. If they can work on their reception, they have options in the attack instead of struggling with off-system play. And we see Adome there trying to tell his players to keep calm and maybe slow down the game, and also reducing the errors they are having. Omara Mark is in service. Service. Good pass. Emakato! That ball is on court. Ian raises his hand saying that the ball is out and he didn't touch, but the ball is on court. That was a diagonal attack, and he got it right. As a left-handed player, he has options in that position too. He can attack line perfectly, and he can get that diagonal perfectly. Fair pass. Ian comes in with an attempted dump, and he gets that right. Fairuz's block was off the net, and Ian dumped that ball through Fairuz's hands. I think he tilted his hands towards the center blocker of trying to join up the block, and he was a bit late and very much off net. Easy score for Ian. in service, good catch. And then Makato coming in with an attack, but good defense from Adome there. And now they have a free ball, but there is a little bit of struggle. And there is a good defense from Wafura there. Here comes the free ball. Another error. There was a misplay from Adome there, but he tried to find his way in the first play, in the first time as the ball was recovered. But he did actually get that space to set the ball right. Trying to talk to his attackers and also tell them that it is actually his bad. Interesting. Ayugaba Jit says very good. Obugaro, for the people in the West here, they are doing very good. We see most of these teams having players from the West. And now a very good attack. That is Nashuna there. And he shows that he is actually very strong enough to go hard on him. That ball must have touched Happy's head. And he apologizes for the play. That is a sportsmanship play. Joel Fairuz coming in with an attack. And then Mark putting effort. Both teams putting effort, but we see a player down. We see a player is down. Mark is down. He made an effort to recover that ball. He recovered it. But we hope it is not a serious one. He is down and he requires medical attention. Let's pray that he is okay. But it was a very, very nice effort from the UC side. Wow. We see right through the fans who are available to the fixture at the indoor arena to watch this fixture. We're also waiting in from the Serie B fixture that will be actually in Tinda, St. Charles versus KU, another university, but playing against St. Charles in Tinda. And we see the Tinda fans are very ready, waiting for the fixture. Mark is still down. I think he landed poorly and perhaps he has a problem with his elbow, but he is up and we hope he is okay. He recovered that ball well. And perhaps he needs a few minutes to get better, but we hope he's fine. And the referee stopped the game, and it will be a replay because whenever a player is down, the game is played, and it has to be a replay in case there is a scare of an injury. Wafula coming in with an attack through the middle. And Tumusime was standing. He should have covered that ball, but he went down with the ball. And it is a quick attack through the middle. If you're not down, you can't get that ball covered. Ndejje still in the lead at 17-15. Good pick from Sevanta, and it is an off-system play. And then Opus wipes that block of Joel. Joel showed him his hands early, and Opus capitalized on that. He is one of the players that whenever you show him your hands early, he will utilize them and he will wipe them. Very wise play, very wise. And he's coming in with a serve, well received. And then Emakato comes in with a swing. Emakato has also fired up. He's making very, very good covers and he's making very good attacks there. And the Ndejje fans are actually giving him the applause because he's actually playing very well. Wafura in service. Picked by Omara, but it is an off-system set. But that is a fault in the set. That was a very big carry. He tried to set that ball from his actually chest, and Komakech, as the international referee, cannot accept that. He says that you should set the ball right. And Ndejje is now leading with 3 points. Wafura still serving. Good pass from Mark. And he comes in with a swing down onto the diagonal. Very, very sharp diagonal. Martin was committed. And then Mark actually found himself with one blocker, and he killed that ball in the sharp diagonal. Violenza says that Martin, no Ontari guy. Yeah, he says that Martin is from Ontari school, but I saw him from Kazo, so I just mentioned the schools that I remember. Jude says Martin is from Standard. He's trying to make it right there. Sebanta coming in with a swing, and the blocks couldn't get that right. Adome tried to tilt his block back in, but it was late. And it was an easy score and a wise score from Sebanta. Jude was asking where is Nixon of UCU. Nixon is right now available. Tumusime Nixon. And it is another service ace from Joel. Ndejje University running away from the UCU scores now. They're actually now 4 points ahead. They are defending well. And now UCU's reception actually was not the best. And they are capitalizing on that. They need to make their reception right if they still need to play better or chase the set. And the back set comes in for Ian. Very good, very brilliant. He hits that right. Fairuz tried to keep that ball there alive, but he couldn't because the ball was far away from him. We see Nixon, Ian, very, very tall blockers there with Mark Omara, very tall block for UCU on the front zone. Adome serving. Then that is a soft play, but that is an... Oh, well, I think Mark should have picked that ball right. He rushed to pull out, and the ball actually came right to him. But because for the fact that he was pulling out very quickly, he couldn't cover that ball very easily. Dome put his head down. He opted, actually thought he could get a better cover from Mark there. Good service from Sebanta. Of system set from Nixon, coming in with a swing. The blocker did what they had to do, but the cover wasn't agile enough to have a touch on that ball. Katongole Stanley says, good University derby here. Yeah, it is indeed good and interesting. Wagala Agatha says, I feel like taking Kevin for dinner because he is doing a great job. Fairuz still coming in and doing what the power player is meant to do. He attacks that ball down the line, and that is Martin in service. Very, very tall player. Kevin, I should tell Kevin that Wagara Agatha wants to take him out for dinner. He has had a spectacular play. But then Coach Osunge brought him out. And now we see Tumusime Nixon coming in with a swing down to that line. He put a lot of power on that ball, and the blockers didn't get any chance to defend that ball. Mark Omara still trying to touch his elbow, perhaps still trying to feel some bit of pain in it. Hopefully he is okay. Good service from Ian. Very good effort from Joel over there. And then coming in, a dump. Again, a very good cover from Joel again. And Makato. Oh! He kills that ball. And it is the end of set 3. And Makato ends the set brilliantly. But what a nice cover from Joel. 2 attempts. He covered that ball and maintained the ball in air. And Mbakato doesn't disappoint. And Ndejje has set number 3. The derby is still going on. The derby is still going on. It is not over until it ends. It was a brilliant set and brilliant play from both teams. Very good effort from so many plays down there. We are looking at the stats, but look at those attacks from the two teams. 15 attacks from Ndejje and 16 attacks from UCU side. That means this game has really been full of offensive play. Very, very many attacks. This time around, we see the defenses of both teams didn't work well. We see 2 blocks from Ndejje and 1 block for UCU. And for the fact, this is why Ndejje managed to actually get this set, because they had so many attacks, and the difference in 1 block, though UCU had also so many attacks, but their errors were many. We see 7 errors from the UCU side, and just 2 errors that Ndejje made this set 3, and this is one of the reasons as to why Ndejje managed to get this set, because UCU made so many errors, and I told you can't have so many errors such as these numbers, and you managed to win the set. And now we see it is confirmed that Ndejje making just 2 errors, they managed to get the set. However much they had less attacks compared to the UCU side. But keep tuned in. It is very interesting University derby. Ndejje not giving up. UCU was playing very well, but Ndejje actually maintaining their strength there and their ability to keep chasing, and they really needed a point. Let's see who takes in set number 4. Keep tuned in as we get back. Yeah, we see actually the indoor is still trying to fill up. The fans are coming in from where we started. The numbers actually are looking good, and we believe by the time the game ends, the numbers will fill up. Out there we see the weather is changing, trying to rain. So if you're moving early, please move. If you're moving late, move very early to the indoor side before it starts raining, because the action will not stop. But still, if you don't make it, the action will still not stop. You can catch up the action on our YouTube channel live. Set 4 underway, and Adome starting in service, and Martin coming in with a swing, and the ball is out. But the referees say there was netting from Kevin. Is it Kevin or Ian? One of them actually netted. But it was a very, very quick attack out. Very good power. But the aggressiveness to block that ball from the UCU blockers, they ended up actually netting so much on his middle attackers. But that was a service error. But that was a service error from Joel. Most people say setters are good servers, and from Joel. Most people say setters are good servers, and I always say setters are good servers. And it should be hard for a setter to lose the service. But we've already seen Joel at most times lose that service. He needs to think about on how he serves. Makato coming in with a swing. Very good effort. But then he managed to get at a point. Adome covered that ball as it hit on the legs of Mark. But then the effort wasn't enough. Ian comes in with a swing again. There was a good touch from the blockers, but Emakato couldn't get another touch on that ball. Ian serving. Very good pass from Happy. And then Fairoz comes in with a swing. Mark couldn't cover that ball. That was a soft swing, I might say. But the fact that he didn't stay still, Usually players need to know that covering, you need to stay still. The more you move your body, the more the ball will go away. And like we see, he tilted his body off his left arm, and the ball went out. Soft ball. They should be doing better as players, or as all volleyball players. They should be doing better in cover. Opus coming in with an attack. Emakato couldn't get that ball. Opus is a very, very wise attacker. Every time you show him the blocks, he will literally use them, or he will chop that block, because he's one player who actually uses his body as if he's moving fast, but he slows his swing down. Joel coming in with a set through the middle, and then Wafula gets that block out. The blockers committed, but they didn't get the ball right. I think they delayed to jump, and the fact that the attacker was already up there in the air, they didn't get that ball to be blocked down. Ndejje in the lead. Very good pass. Adome goes for a pass! That ball goes down onto Emma's head. And we see Opus apologizing. Emakato was down onto that line. That ball was a little bit hard. And the blockers need to do better, because we see the fans getting crazy over the attack, but it was good effort. And Fairuz coming in with a very hard attack. Adome is holding his hands. He was like, I had him, but Fairuz was way high. The University Derby is becoming tight and very interesting. Both teams are aggressive on attack. And Mark coming into the swing, very good defense. He seemed to have crossed as if there was a knock from Joel, whether it was from his own blocker or from the attacker, but that was very good defense from the Ndejje side. Ndejje is still in the lead, and they are extending the lead to 3 points. Service easily picked, and that is a mistimed attack, but then he scratches that ball and he gets that point right. This time around, Wafula didn't commit to the middle attacker, and then the scratch actually was good enough to earn him a point. Very good service. Joel goes for Santander. Oh, well, that is a reckless play. Like we were saying yesterday, players need to know that this reckless kind of play is not good. It can lead to injuries, and it is dangerous to his fellow players. Because look at that. No, coaches need to actually always encourage their players to play safely sometimes. But Emakato coming in with a swing, and that is a ball out. UCU levels up the points. It was a tight angle. He tried a very, very tight angle at the diagonal because the ball was running, but that ball was out. Good service. It was going out, but Sebanja was there, and he got in that ball. He came in, he played very well, but this time I think he's a little bit hyped. He needs to keep calm. Otherwise Coach Ronnie will need to think about what next. Sabanja coming in, very good effort from Happy over there, and a good touch. And then Mark comes in with an attack, good defense from the Ndejje team. And then we see Komakech calling a foul on Wafula, saying that there was netting. There was netting from Wafula. We saw Amanya Kevin was brought back in from the UCA side. as Tumusime Nicholas came out. You see you now in the lead with 2 points. It is standing at 9 against 7. Then Ian comes in with a dump and he gets that right. Happy was a little bit off position. He was far. And Ian capitalized on his being off position. And now you see you trying to organize themselves and they are back into the lead. 10 points and 7 for Ndejje. You see you has made 6 points in a row because they were at 4 points while Ndejje was at 7 points. But now the score stands at 10-7. And that is a timeout for Ndejje University. To the viewers, you can predict who do you think is going away with this win. Do you think Ndejje University can force the game to a decisive, or do you think actually you see you can close this game up? Brilliant attack from Ian there. Good attack, very good set from Adome. And now we see a substitution for Ndejje University. Wafula coming out. And jersey number 13, that is Adura, coming in. He started the game well, the previous sets, and he was doing well until the coach decided to put him on the bench and bring in Wafula. But I believe like the substitution of Sebanja is the one that Coach Tosi needs to think about. He is struggling to receive now as a receiver attacker, and he is again struggling to make scores, to make points for the team. But then that was a service error from the UCU side. Ndejje must be relieved because they were struggling to break through that rotation. Adura serving. Good catch. And then a post. That is Mark. Mark coming in with a swing. The ball had actually left him, but he managed to adjust and have that swing on the ball. Emakato trying to tell Joel that the ball was actually off net. Perhaps he should not to the a little bit patient and leave his block onto the diagonal side. Good server in Adome. The UCU service box. Joel goes for the backward in 3, and that is Fairuz. This is one of the things that Joel had forgotten about, because Fairuz was doing brilliantly in that backward in 3, or what they called a pipe. But this time around, we see he sets the first pipe of the set. Joel serving, easy pick. Sebanja serving, very good pass, and that is Ian. He bangs that ball down onto position 5. When he is trying to talk to his libero, Happy, who is also the captain, and start his cover from in, going out. Yeah, he is right. Most of the players in position 5, they want to start the cover from deep and going back in, whereas it's supposed to be the opposite way. Start the cover from in, going back deep. Amanya, he gets that block out. He is back on court, and his fans must be happy that Amanya Kevin is back on court. This time around, he wipes the block of Fairoz. Ian serving, and it is a rebound! He kills that ball down, and the fans go crazy. Ndejje is paying for the poor reception they are giving, as the ECU attackers are capitalizing on that and taking advantage that Ndejje University is not receiving well. Ian serving in, and he gets an ace. He gets that ace right. And it is the second time out from the young age, such as Ian coming through St. Kagwa, Dome through Vremba, that is also Foyo Mate. We are happy that you're always watching. Dome goes for a push, and that is an attack fault. Another attack error from Opus. He chopped that ball very, very sharp, and it went out. Martin in service. Very easy pick. And that is an attack. Very good attack, very fast. Martin had to touch that ball because it was really quick. He decided to do the same thing, which is remove his head. But he could actually have his hands high and be able to cover that ball. Very quick attack. And a very, very nice set from Adome there. Manya Kevin serving, but the set was a little bit behind. And he adjusts right. He gets that ball. I think the Ndejje players, they thought the ball that had landed, they gave up, but the ball had actually not landed. That ball down and punished them for trying to celebrate before they actually have the point. Good service, Joel tries to dump, but he keeps the ball alive. And then Odura couldn't get that swing onto that ball, as Ian was actually covering that ball. Isaac Egune says, UCU has released the dogs. The dogs are biting. I think he means to say that it is tough for Ndejje. And UCU has the game in their hands. And the dogs are biting. They are biting the Ndejje side. But Ndejje still trying to fight on, as we see Adura coming in with a swing in the middle. Ian was already biasing to join the block out, and he was punished for why he didn't actually commit to his man. UCU still leading the set with actually 6 points. And Ndejje needs to find a solution on how they can close up the gap and get close to the UCU points. Trying to find out on the rotations there. There was a little bit of confusion on who is supposed to actually serve. Then Adura gets into service. He's one of those good servers of Ndejje. Opus with an easy pass. And then Mark comes in with a wise dump. One-man block. Martin committed to his man, and he couldn't move to cover up Joel. No one covered him up. And we see Ndejje, I'm telling you, Ndejje has given up according to how we see their bodies, and they need something extraordinary to bring themselves back up. Makato coming in with a swing, and he gets it right. He shows that for him, he's still psyched up. He has had losses before, even losses that are a bit more tight. Very hard hit from Amanya, but the defense is good from Ndejje. Very tight set, but it's a free ball. And Mark comes in with a very big hit. What a defense! What a defense from Happy. And again he comes into the swing. Another good defense. And then Amakato, he gets that wipe. Brilliant, brilliant. This is brilliant from Happy. Very brilliant cover. This is what Ndejje needs. If they could actually get a little bit more of such moments in their play, it would boost their play high up, and I would say it would pull their game closer to UCU. And Mark, he kills that ball down. Sebanja couldn't get that block. This time around, Mark chooses to go diagonal. UCU is still in the driving seat, and they are 6 points ahead. They are looking for a game point, and Ndejje is still trying to close up the gap. Joel goes for Makato. Ian took that high block he committed. Perhaps he wanted to pay back on the blocks Makato gave him, but he gets that block out. Good effort though. Good effort. And nice play from Makato there. Very, very wise. Sebanja serving. It is a pipe set, a dam, but then Makato coming with an off spin. And then a push. Ball is still up. Martin was waiting. He's actually telling the setter that why didn't he play the ball, but I feel like Martin had to play that ball. Yeah, it was a short cover, and as the center block who was getting back from the block, he really needed to react very quickly and play that ball. And now it is a game point for UCU, and Ian is in service. He loses that onto the net, and he scratches his head as he was trying to go for a drop service. Ndejje calls in a substitution for a much more reliable server and a much more defense. As we see, shot number 8, Chikongo, coming in to serve for Martin. Yet UCU is at game point. Good patch from Mark. Akampa comes in with a swing, and he ends that game. UCU finally takes the win and wins the game on 3-1. It was a good fight. It was a good game. A very, very, very interesting derby from the university. The universities there, that is UCU and Ndejje. And as it is always, sportsmanship. You have to appreciate the play and keep that relationship of being a good sportsman. Wow, it was good. It was good. Very interesting. Very good, two offensive teams. And finally, UCU got the win. And we shall still be coming in with a fixture from the Serie B action as St. Charles in Tinda playing against Kampala University right from Luwero. Looking at the stats this time around, UCU improved on their attacks. Actually, they maintained their attacks at 16, and the attacks from Ndejje University went down to just 11. There was just only one block from each side, and UCU had 2 service aces, as we saw Ian getting one there. And the opponent's errors this time around, they've reduced in number, but still UCU making much more errors than the counterpart, the Ndejje side. Ndejje with just 6 and UCU with 7 errors. But it was interesting, and it is a very, very good play from the UC side. Congratulations to you. Hard luck to Ndejje University. And you see you still trying to show they are ready. They are fighting on to make it for the playoffs. As I told you, second round of Serie A is usually very tough because teams are fighting so much and trying to better up their play, as we saw now. But this is very good. Let's get in, keep tuned in for the next fixture. Serie B action. It is nice to have a Serie B action also at the LUGOGO Indoor Arena. Thank you very much. Keep tuned in.